Ema hwefo nyina kwaba de ba Ghana Today TV so. Na enche na Ghana ye chiro krata tintin de kodom IMF International Monetary Fund se enei niama mu ayedin na ye economy ni se de niama si ikono so ma meboa ya niama ya aginsemu na bride sa krata ikoye no ehwa na chese dom kuma omo mra hye bedwamu mekire minority in parliament omo soja edigu MPP amanyoko ni MPP aban so led by His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eni enyansem ketu akura na obekaya abra COVID-19 ehite Ghana no eyade a World Bank omuma iskabi $430 million se yemfa ensi tutu nyama se be ya COVID-19 yare na aba no yebetimi akabu down the situation na koba se MPP government de IMF proposal no koto ope na NDC amonyoko no ehya asiese we de yehunu ekan ye mismanagement na ama sa ahunchire yaba oman so ama na ye dimrika kodom IMF na ene IMF announced World Bank Director for Ghana Mr. Pierre Frank Laporte wedding komo bebre achirechire mu kwan a omukra no omufa so omu ewili diska edema oman bi na ochiremu a ene ansa na omudiska bi beto oman bi futuo mu se munyi mfa ni dwuma bi no omu o lay down procedure anansa omu o procurement procedures a omu ma odi so nti enyense ufiti preko na wa scan de ope odi aye anansa enyense omu tu scan edit to Ministry of Health omu accounts mu na omu ankasa yusu no se de omu sipe na emum omu ankasa won hihye ya omu ma wo di yusu scan se be ya onye scan basabasa na ochirem se nde no aside se omu diska no ema Ghana no omu sanso monitor situations na ne kura no omu ankasa etimi aye auditing eduedue mu ahwe kwan a oman Ghana yesi yusu COVID-19 fund na obetimi aka esisu pose scanner omu de to Ghana yefutuo mu no omu yusu no judiciously e de aboa moman ye COVID virus a ebedom ya nanse ebetisi yeso no yetimi manage situation ye na ose aban no etimi account for every dollar a omu etua edetu omu accounts mu enti so bi ti baabi na nei obo aban no chi otata aban ananse o chirem se aban no mismanage fund na nukure bia enimu saa efrise omu World Bank no abre bia no omu make sure se omu discama wa ube yusu ni ye na nukure womu ni se omu ye satisfied with how oman Ghana yesi eyusu ye COVID-19 fund a omu ede emaye no abusia mumyenje brani entie nsem no mu enchiremu ankasa emfiri ono ana no na yensanso mra na yentoaso emfama mu.
In all these things we've been giving some funds to Ghana as well. What structures have you put in place to ensure that these funds that has been disbursed were used for the right purpose or the post-audit process to ensure that there has been value for money?
Yeah, you see, every time we put funds, the first thing is we agree with the government a procurement plan, and it's spelled out very clearly. These are what the funds will go for. Secondly, we don't give COVID funding directly to, say, the Ministry of Health. There is a project implementation unit that has a separate account, designated account, that holds these funds. So once we've agreed these activities, then the ministry, once you select whoever will be providing this equipment or that service or that activity, the procurement process goes through and it comes to the World Bank. Depending on a certain threshold, it comes to us before we can allow the procurement to take place. But in emergency cases like COVID, there are...
Pierre Frank Laporte, ono eye World Bank Director for Ghana, and I watch nsemu kwanya COVID-19 fund aban etimi account for the ama omo a bibia ekire se omo yusu skani ye ananso omo yusu no pepepe se de se omo yusu no na ose ne no hwe ahokyira aba oman Ghana so ne economic hardship ayenamu ya so bo no untimi mfambo MPP aban omuti akonwan so na mom ukọ wachi na ukọ decisions bi a NDC amonyoko no eteki between the year 2012 to 2016 ade a amoman ye kura amoa okwan bia so no chem se oman no ye ra into West contractual agreement and answer yes in sign krata bi a chese na emu onrem prices bi ho a chese ye de ehwe yetrimu a yes aboa akanfua ama ne no ahokire no nyina etimi abaye nso na ni nyina mu no ade a MPP amonyokue no wosi enye omo aruhwemu na yegitum se kwan a omanfa so ene omansan so de oman no hu nsem akodom IMF no mo ba beboa ma ya restructure your debt ni etimi atuatua no saa kwan no so pepepe ne betimi aboa ya ma redeem your image se yanye ne saa na ye prepare ya hu se MPP amonyokue omu diska omu mismanage fund nti esanso kofa aban foforo de aba niama bagi nsemu anhwe yi a na chese eka amne yen ewo mamu nti tebe timi a enkaye nto ye bo ase niema aban mre se be on betimi atoto niema yie ama bibia nso etimi atoto yie ede ama yen abusuan yanje brebium na yentie nsem a Mr Pierre Frank Laporte odi tudwa efa sa nsem na eno nso so efa economic situation kwan a ye fa so a ye be ende ewo baby a ye wo imprempren na yenkyere ya adwen emfa Hi Ghana Today TV.
During the COVID, which we know hit a lot of countries, we know the World Bank, you know, the IMF, a couple of other institutions had, you know, given monies to the government of Ghana to help, you know, in cushioning, you know, within the crisis, because obviously there were disruptions to, you know, to trade.
Mm-hmm.
Some have said that there were difficulties with government's handling of these funds, a reason why we've had to come where we are today. Do you agree with those who say so?
I can talk to you about the resources we gave to the government. There has not been difficulties on our front. We were clear all the time. We've given $430 million to Ghana for COVID. We are currently preparing an additional financing that's been there, you know, and now we are looking at how we're going to manage these funds, because COVID is not over. It's out of the way in a major sense, but there is still the risk, and there still need to, you know, to beef up preparedness for pandemic and others. But going back to your question, we have always been clear that the resources we give is managed by a project management unit that is put in place by the bank and government jointly. All funds are paid to contractors, suppliers from the designated account. Our project fund have not gone to the budget of the Ministry of Finance. And because of this, we have fiduciary mechanisms in place that ensure we know each and every dollar that is spent and accounted for. We've done audits, of course. There are always a few things here and there, procedure-wise, maybe some documentation that needs to be followed. But largely speaking, we are very satisfied that our resources were spent in line with the procurement requirements that existed. You know, COVID was implemented under emergency procurement measures by the bank. So, and we continue. You know, it's all the funds for COVID are not spent because it's a project that, you know, there were immediate things to be spent on. But there were also like constructions and, you know, procurement of equipment and others. So we don't feel that our resources have not been properly spent.